Before we start, look at these 10 everyday household water bottles. They all do the exact same job. They all hold water. And at first glance, they all seem strong enough for everyday life. But today, only one of them will prove it's built to survive absolute punishment. Because these bottles aren't getting a normal durability test. They're entering a brutal survival championship where every round gets harder. Every failure means elimination. And by the end, only one bottle will remain standing. Some of these bottles look tough, but fail almost instantly. Others surprise everyone. And one bottle survives a test that honestly shouldn't be possible. Let's find out which one deserves the championship. Our competitors are lined up. A thin disposable bottle. A slightly thicker disposable bottle. A square reusable bottle. A lightweight sports bottle. A flip-top bottle. A flexible squeeze bottle. A stainless style insulated bottle. A hard plastic camping bottle. A wide-mouth reusable bottle. And one heavy-duty utility bottle. 10 enter. Only one leaves as champion. The first challenge is the drop test. Nothing fancy. Each bottle is dropped from shoulder height onto concrete. You'd think every bottle could survive this. You'd be wrong. Bottle number 1 lands awkwardly. Instant dent. The cap pops loose. Water sprays everywhere. Not a great start. Bottle number 2 lands much better. A few scratches. Still alive. Bottle 3 bounces once and keeps standing. Bottle 4 lands directly on its corner. A noticeable crack appears near the bottom. It's still holding water, for now. Bottle 5 survives easily. Bottle 6 flexes dramatically on impact before returning to shape. That flexibility may become important later. Bottle 7 barely reacts. Bottle 8 shrugs it off. Bottle 9 survives with only cosmetic damage. Bottle 10 lands perfectly flat and doesn't even wobble. After the first round, Bottle 4 can't hold water anymore. It's eliminated. 9 competitors remain. Round 2 is the compression challenge. Each bottle faces increasing weight. The pressure keeps rising until something gives. Bottle 1 begins collapsing almost immediately. The sides cave inward. Another little push. And it's completely crushed. Bottle 1 is out. Bottle 2 lasts longer, but suddenly folds like paper. Eliminated. Bottle 3 holds surprisingly well. Bottle 5 begins deforming, but refuses to quit. Bottle 6 simply compresses and springs back. Bottle 7 barely changes shape. Bottle 8 remains solid. Bottle 9 survives with only minor dents. Bottle 10 doesn't seem impressed at all. Bottle 3 finally develops a permanent crease. That ends its run. We're down to 7. Now comes the twist test. Each bottle is twisted from opposite ends until either the cap fails, the body cracks, or the bottle permanently deforms. Bottle 5 twists dramatically. Its lid loosens. Water leaks. That's enough to eliminate it. Bottle 6 bends almost like rubber. It survives. Bottle 7 refuses to twist very much. Bottle 8 holds firm. Bottle 9 starts making uncomfortable cracking noises. Bottle 10 barely rotates. Near the end of the challenge, Bottle 9 develops a split along its side. That leak ends its championship. Only 5 bottles remain. Things are about to become much more serious. The next event is the freeze challenge. Every remaining bottle is filled equally and frozen solid. Frozen water expands. Many containers simply can't handle the pressure. Hours later, the bottles come out. Bottle 6 is stretched dramatically, but somehow remains intact. Bottle 7 looks exactly the same. Bottle 8 survives perfectly. Bottle 10 remains flawless. But Bottle 2, already weakened from previous rounds, has developed a crack running along the base. That tiny crack is enough. Bottle 2 is eliminated. 4 bottles remain. Now they face heat. Extreme heat often exposes weaknesses that normal use never reveals. Each bottle is placed near intense heat for the same amount of time. Bottle 6 immediately begins softening. The sides sag. The shape changes. It still stands, but it's no longer usable. Bottle 6 is eliminated. Bottle 7 barely warms up. Bottle 8 survives with slight discoloration. Bottle 10 looks untouched. Only 3 competitors remain. At this point, every bottle left has exceeded expectations. But now they'll face repeated impact. Not 1 drop. Not 2. 10 consecutive drops from increasing heights. Every bounce matters. Bottle 7 absorbs hit after hit. The finish gets scratched. No leaks. Bottle 8 survives the early drops, but starts developing stress marks. The 7th impact creates a tiny crack. The 8th makes it worse. By the 9th drop, water begins escaping. Bottle 8 fought hard. But it's out. We're down to the final 2. Bottle 7. Bottle 10. Only one can become champion. For the championship round, they must survive the impossible survival test. Compression. Twisting. Dropping. Sliding. Impact. Everything combined into one final punishment. Bottle 7 enters first. It survives the first drop. The compression leaves only tiny dents. The twist doesn't crack it. It slides across rough concrete, collecting deep scratches. One final impact. It lands hard. For a moment, everything looks fine. Then, a slow drip appears beneath it. Just one tiny leak. But in this championship, one leak means defeat. Bottle 7 has officially been eliminated. Only Bottle 10 remains. But to become champion, it must complete the course. The final compression barely affects it. The twist leaves no cracks. The impact creates only surface scratches. One last drop. It lands perfectly. No leaks. No broken cap. No structural damage. After surviving every brutal challenge we could throw at it, Bottle 10 is officially the household water bottle survival champion. What's amazing is that this wasn't even the bottle many people would have picked at the beginning. It didn't necessarily look the strongest. It simply kept surviving every single round. That's what championships are all about. Not looking impressive. Actually surviving when everything gets difficult. Now here's the question. Did your favorite bottle win? Or were you surprised by the final champion? Let me know in the comments which bottle you thought would survive all the way to the end. And if you have another everyday household item you'd like to see enter our next brutal survival championship, tell me below. Because next time, the tests get even more extreme, and surviving them may be nearly impossible.